In this video, I'm going to take you through the process an investor goes through when they're scoring a deal. So this is an investor screen, and you can tell from my role that I'm an investor. These are the deals that I have been assigned to score. And the way you start is you select a deal, go to edit, it'll bring you through. It tells you there are this many questions as you haven't done any yet, so there's no weighted score for this deal yet. And so then you go through, select the stage, in this case was pre-NDA, so you can see that from here. And we're now going to go through and score each of the questions. Now here's what the screen is you're looking at. Here is the name of the question. Here is the actual question that the deal representative was asked. And there's a little help that goes along with that as well for them. Here is the answer that the deal representative gave. Now your job as an investor is here. And your job is, essentially to answer the question, how well does the opportunity name match the scoring criteria? Well, there's the opportunity name that the representative gave, and the fund scoring criteria is right here. So how well does that name match the scoring criteria? And what you're asked to do is give it a score out of 10. And then some sort of comment if you wish. You don't have to, but some sort of comment. Something like that, and then save your answer. Now, the next thing you'll notice is here, each question has a weight associated with it. Some questions are more important than others. And so you can adjust the weights for every question as you're going through. And the other thing you can do is, as you're judging a question, you can look at scoring criteria that the fund is currently using. Is this criteria exactly suited to our fund? Because there's, default criteria, obviously the system ships with. But if it's not right, you can click on the template and you can update the template and go ahead and update scoring criteria to suit your fund. And it's important you do that early when you first start looking at deals for the first time. Adjust the weights and adjust the scoring criteria to suit your fund, because you're tailoring the AI, its answers, and when it gives recommendations, opinions, and scores, you're tailoring it to your fund. Obviously, no two funds are going to score the same deal the same way using the same criteria, and don't think the same questions are equally important. This is how you tailor all of that. So when the AI comes along and judges and scores, it gives a score and a judgment that's specifically tailored to your fund. So you as an investor are going through and you're scoring deals, and you can just go through and score them and do this sort of thing. And of course, at any time you're updating the criteria for the questions. But if at any time you wish, you're not sure, don't know what the comment is, or can I get some help? I'm not quite sure. You can ask the AI to assist. You click on AI assist, and the AI will say, "Here's what I think." So if you don't want to do your job, you want the AI to do it for you, you can just click there, and the AI will do your job for you. But I'd advise you don't do that too often, or it's because the fund managers are going to run the AI over this and get the AI to answer all the questions anyway. So what they're really looking for is for your input as a human. So anyway, there you go. That's how you go through and score a deal. And while you're doing it, adjust the weights to suit you, and adjust the scoring criteria for yourself and the fund as well as you're going through. You don't always have to adjust the scoring criteria, but certainly initially we'll do things like adjust the scoring criteria and the weights. Whenever you see the question areas over here, there's a little red arrow against the questions that you need to score. Questions obviously have got various categories. So here's the management questions and the industry and the financial questions. You should go through and answer all the questions in all the various categories. And as you're answering questions, if you come back here, you'll see number of remaining questions is there, and the weighted score, which is the weight times the score you gave it summed for all the questions, appears here. When you're ready, you make a recommendation. As an investor, you can recommend that we move to the next step with this deal, or you can recommend we pass on this deal. We don't need to do this deal. It's not appropriate for us. You make a recommendation, and you and your fellow investors, all your recommendations go to a partner or the fund owner, the fund manager, and they make a final decision. Do we move to the next stage with them or not, based on your recommendations and scores? So that's how we go through and score a deal when we are an investor in Dealpipeline.